Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're exploring the amazing world of Indonesian folktales. When I was a kid in Indonesia, I loved the stories my grandma told me. Stories about tricky spirits, brave heroes, and magical creatures. These stories are more than just fun. They show us what Indonesia is all about. Indonesia, with its tons of islands and different cultures, is full of myths and legends. From the jungles of Sumatra to the mountains of Java, every part of the country has its own special stories. Each story, told and retold for years, shows the special beliefs, values, and history of its people. Come with me as we explore the mysteries of Indonesian folktales. We'll meet playful spirits, see legendary creatures, and discover how these stories shape Indonesian culture. Get ready to be amazed. Let's talk about hantu, the spirits in Indonesian folktales. Don't worry, they're not all scary. Some are actually pretty mischievous and funny.
Oh, you mean like me? Mischievous and funny? I like that.
One such spirit is the hantu penunggu toilet, or the toilet ghost. Imagine you're home alone at night, and you need to go to the bathroom. You hear a giggle. Then, the door slams shut. You think it's the toilet ghost, famous for pranking people.
But here's the thing, the toilet ghost isn't really there to scare you. In Indonesian folktales, these spirits often show the worries we have every day. The toilet ghost might show our fear of the dark or unknown things.
Remember scary stories we told as kids? The ones that made us jump? Well, these stories, often about tricky spirits, were more than just fun. They helped us deal with our fears, teaching us to be careful but also to laugh at the unknown.
There's a story about a boy named Budi who tricked the toilet ghost. Budi, a clever kid, left snacks outside the bathroom with a note. "Dear toilet ghost, thanks for protecting our house. Enjoy these treats."
The strange noises and pranks stopped. The story of Budi and the toilet ghost became a legend, showing that kindness and humor can help us overcome our fears.
These funny stories, told for generations, taught us to be strong, clever, and to laugh even when things are tough. They remind us that even in scary times, a little humor can help.
So, next time you're scared, remember the mischievous spirits of Indonesian folktales. They might be trying to teach you something, or at least make you laugh. These funny and scary stories show how Indonesians deal with the unknown. We know fear exists, but we also find ways to laugh at it. That's what makes Indonesian folktales so cool. Now, let's meet some famous creatures from Indonesian folktales. These aren't your normal mythical beings. They're full of local traditions, beliefs, and some Indonesian humor.
First, the kuntilanak. Imagine a beautiful woman with long black hair and a scary scream. She wears a white dress and her spirit can't rest after dying during childbirth.
But the kuntilanak is more than just scary. She represents a real problem. The dangers women face, especially during childbirth. Her story reminds us to protect and care for women.
Next, the leek, a creature that shows the bad side of ambition. Imagine a human by day, turning into a scary beast with a lion or monkey head at night. The leek wants power through magic, stealing organs for dark rituals.
But even the scary leek has a weakness, brooms. If you see a leek, grab a broom and sweep, it'll run away.
The leek story teaches us that wanting power without being good can be bad. It shows how important it is to be honest and not take shortcuts.
These creatures, as scary as they seem, are more than just monsters. They show the hopes, fears, and values of Indonesian society. They teach us about life, death, and what happens when we do good or bad things.
But most importantly, they show that even when we're scared, there's always room for a little laugh and some Indonesian charm.
Indonesian folklore isn't just for fun. It's a big part of our culture. It shapes our values and connects us to our ancestors. These stories, told for generations, are part of who we are. I remember listening to my grandma tell these stories. Her voice would go up and down, and her eyes would sparkle with mischief and wisdom. She wasn't just telling stories, she was sharing traditions and values. Imagine a child hearing the story of the Garuda, the mythical bird that's Indonesia's symbol. The Garuda is strong and loyal, just like the Indonesian people. Resilient, brave, and always wanting freedom. Or imagine villagers listening to the tale of Malin Kundang, the man turned to stone for disobeying his mother. That story teaches us to respect our elders, something very important in Indonesian culture. These stories have helped keep Indonesian heritage alive. They connect us to our past and remind us of our shared values. Even today, Indonesian folklore is still alive, You see it in our art, music, and dance. So when you hear an Indonesian story, remember it's more than just a tale. It shows the heart and soul of Indonesia, our history, values, and spirit.
We've seen that Indonesian folktales are more than just entertainment. They're a mix of culture, history, values, and beliefs. These stories, told for generations, show us what Indonesia is all about. I encourage you to learn more about Indonesian folktales and share them with others. You'll be amazed by how wise, funny, and culturally rich they are. Stories have power. They can take us to new worlds, teach us lessons, and connect us to different cultures. So keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep the magic of storytelling alive.